Okay, good afternoon. Today we're doing a real touchy subject. Doors. Now doors, the main doors going in. I'm going to tell you stuff that nobody will tell you because I don't think very many people know. Okay, so this is basically a door lock that comes on your RV, right? Comes in. Now the bottom one's a deadbolt. Top one is the latch. It just locks this piece, right? So if you have a key, you lock the top one, you can't get in the door. And you lock and it puts that big bolt across there and into the door lock. I don't recommend use a deadbolt unless you're inside it, because if you put the deadbolt, there is no way of getting it back unless you have a key. You can't break into it, and because when this goes over center, you can't push this back, right? It won't go back. So I don't recommend you do that. Me and Al use the deadbolt at night. We'll put the deadbolt across. Okay? Now, every little thing that is so great always has lots of little crazy stuff, right? Okay, now to tell if it's locked on the main door, it just goes sideways, right? So I'm going to tell you a story, and yes, it's true, and Al still beats me with a stick every once in a while when I bring it up. But I was working, and she was staying at home. So I would come out, and I'd lock the door. Well, look what happens, sport fans. This is what happens. I come out, and I lock the door. So you can't get in it, right? You can't get in the door. So Al gets up in the morning to take the dog for a walk, and she opens, the door opens, and she goes out and shuts the door. And she don't have a key on her. She can't get in. The only way to get in is with a key. So you got to remember that the key on the outside does not lock the inside, because if it locked the inside, then she wouldn't be able to get out, right? So, and that's a safety thing. So, if you go out and your better half's in the lock the deadbolt, okay? Because then you can't get in. You have to have a key. But you just told me a minute ago, don't lock the deadbolt unless you're inside. Well, L's inside. Now, L, okay, the door's locked, right? Now, she can't open the door and I can't open the door. Now, the deadbolt's on, right? So L goes to get out the door. She can't because of the deadbolt. So she has to take the deadbolt off to get out. That way, you won't get locked out. Just a key. Just an idea, okay? Now, the other thing with the door is they have these electronic ones. I don't recommend them. I got lots of friends that got them. They don't even like them. They're really super cheap and very expensive. Now, I'm not even going to say how many times this happened. You probably even happened to you a couple times. But you lose keys, everybody gets paranoid. Well, what the hell are we going to do? I lost the key. Take the door apart. And mostly all RVs are like this. You pull the handle off like that, and look right in there, and it's got a code. It's got a code in there. It'll say code 316. You phone this number, 1-888-400-9849. They'll send you a key for, I don't know, whatever it costs, right? But the lock is worth about $150. Now, they take this to a locksmith, and they spend lots of time to cut the key. Well, just go down tell him the code's 316, and he'll cut you a key. He's got a big, thick book about that thick, and he'll just cut you a key. It's not a big deal, people. It's not a big deal at all. So that's how you find out the key. Now, the chances of that key not being the one that's in it is pretty slim to none. Like you got a better chance of winning the lottery at high noon in New York City. But that number will usually match it. Now, the other thing you got going down the road, the door's open. There is nothing you can do about it. That's the nature of the beast. You can't have a whole bunch of good stuff without having at least one bad thing. So what it does is when you go down the road, it vibrates, right? Now you got to remember the latch is not attached to the handles. So what it does is it vibrates back and the door opens because it's not attached to nothing. So to do that, to get around that, got two things to do. Lock the deadbolt, or else put this handle over, like down there. And that'll keep the door lock if it opens. Just that. That's all you need to do. This works fine. Okay? Now, after you get it off like that, all you do is take these two screws out of here, and this latch will come right out of there. It's not rocket science, people. And then just get a new latch, put it in there if you want. And, like, there's probably only 50 or 60 keys that fit these. So if you got a good locksmith, just take it down there and tell them to rekey it to whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, right? But, you know, it's an RV. You just, I don't know. There's not really that, it's not a real secure system, right? So that's all I'm saying. Now remember, if you put the deadbolt on like that, there is no way on God's green earth they can break into this trailer. That's why I don't recommend you use a deadbolt unless you're on the inside. For the simple reason is, to get this door open with the deadbolt, you have to break the door. That's the way it is. You can hammer on that. You can't push it. You can't do nothing. This one here, you just push it in, right? Just get a wire and push that in. This one, you don't have that option. So if you want it secure, put the deadbolt on. But don't be crying to me when they break the door. Okay? And just remember, you can lock the outside, but you can't. The inside's still locked. So if you lock the outside, come through from the inside and shut the door, you need a key. Okay? Other than that, it's pretty good. The thing you got to remember, the door is worth a ton of money. Like these doors, probably by the time they're mounted, is like $400 or $500. So that's why you got to just use the kidneys a bit and think about it and not wreck the door, because they're very expensive, very, very expensive. So on that note, I told you about the electronic ones. They're not that great. They're auto locks, but it's the same thing. If they lock, they'll only lock this here lock mechanism. They won't lock the deadbolt. So you pay $500 for somebody to put a screwdriver in there and poke the door open. Like if it's locked with the top, you can get it open pretty quick. If it's open with deadbolt, you can't. You're going to wreck the door. Okay? So when you put this panel on, you got to put this deadbolt lever on. Okay? And then you got to put this into the plunger, because remember, it's not attached, right? And then you just hold it in there and put the screws in it. You got to hold it up there because that will kick out of there. Okay? Just like that. That's all I got for you today, folks. I hope that helped you out. Just remember, the key code's in behind the door. And that's it. And if you don't have the key code, you're even better off to go buy it. Well, the new lock's $170, but still $150 or something. But you can get them off eBay for $40, $50. And you can fix it yourself. You don't have to take it to an RV place to do that. Sorry. Just saying. Oh, and the other thing, too, about the key, if you phone an RV place and tell them the code it's got, like 316, and just say I need a key code 316, and they'll ask you what color it is, purple, just say I need a purple 316 key. If they got any brain cells at all, they'll be able to help you out. But other than that, that's all I got for you. Have a fine day, and we'll talk to you later.